All right. Welcome everyone to our Thursday night core training. Welcome to Team Platinum Born CEOs. I'm Coach Fard Bell, and I'm super excited to be here with you all as we embark upon an amazing journey to help people claim their freedom and live their purpose. And so you are in the right place at the right time tonight if you're ready to claim your freedom, live your purpose, and help others do the same thing. We are Team Platinum Born CEOs, and I'm blessed to be the founder of our amazing organization, Coach Fard Bell. Today, I'm very grateful to be the founder of Team Platinum. I'm grateful to be the founder of a coaching company called Born CEO Leadership Academy at BornCEO.com and the best-selling author of a book, Born to Rule: 7 Steps to Claiming Your Freedom and Living Your Purpose, which is what we're all about, is helping people live that. And was very fortunate at a young age to find the right vehicle, the right mentors, the right opportunity, and have the right mindset to take advantage of it. And because of what I'm going to share with you all tonight, I was able to retire from corporate America 40 years early at the age of 22 years old. And that freed up my time to pursue my calling in mentorship and coaching and helping others in the same journey who want to do the same thing. But it didn't start that way for me. If you knew me way back then, when I was just 19 years old, you would know that I was still overcoming shyness. I was still overcoming self-worth issues. I was still getting comfortable in my own skin. I was a person that had a lot of fears. I had a fear of public speaking. I didn't know if this was going to work for me, being an introvert by nature. I love people, but I'm introverted, and I kept a small circle. I wasn't the type of person that was super extroverted and social. And so I didn't know if this would work for somebody like me. But when I saw this opportunity, I'm so grateful that I started plugging into the events where I got to see so many people with so many different backgrounds, so many different personality types who were succeeding. And I was wondering, how in the world are all these people? Of course, the influencers are going to succeed in this business. That's like 10%. Of course, the people that have that six-figure grind, as long as they got a decent plan, they're going to grind it out and make six figures and beyond. Maybe that's another 10%. But what about the other 80% like me who weren't influencers, who weren't, didn't have that six-figure grind already, having that kind of drive? Can we make it? Can we be successful? And so I became a student of what works, not just for the influencers, not just for those that have that massive work ethic that you expect to see successful, but what about everyday, regular people? And that's what I was looking for, a way to lead people to freedom. I thought real estate investing was going to be the answer. I was spending thousands of dollars, investing thousands of dollars to learn from some great wealth mentors in that world, but I didn't see a whole lot of regular, everyday people making it. And so I'm so grateful that God blessed me to find this opportunity, or I should say, it found me. Somebody invited me to watch a video, and I saw it. And then they put me on we call that first base, by the way, in our baseball diamond. This is a part of the training. If you're taking notes on how to make this thing work, they led me to first base. I watched the video. Then they connected me on second base with somebody else who shared their experience, validated what I saw in the video, and invited me to third base, which was a live in-person event. And that's where everything started changing for me, at the live in-person event. I came out to a weekly event on a Tuesday night. I was blown away by the people that I met, the big picture that was painted for me. And then they promoted the monthly event that was coming up. And so I came out, I got started. First of all, I got onto a training like this, where I was blown away by the training and support that was available. And then they promoted the monthly event called a Super Saturday. I came out to the Super Saturday and brought as many people with me as I could. And then from the Super Saturday, they said, oh, if you think this is something, you got to come out to the big convention, the big annual event. And I came out to that, and it was all she wrote from there. I knew by that point, within 90 days, because of what I experienced in that first 90 days, that not only could I make it, but I could help other people, regular people, make it as well. So I'm going to walk you all through the journey very quickly this evening. And then we're going to go into our breakout rooms where you get to learn and master some of the skills that make this work along the way. So if you're ready, put "I'm ready" in the comments, and let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, we've got some values on our team. There's 7 key values that guide us and help us become the leaders that we're meant to be. And number 1 is faith. We practice spiritual alignment, leadership development, and goal achievement. Number 2, fitness. We practice taking good care of our health. Number 3, family. We practice taking good care of our families, not only now, but in the next generations. Number 4, finances. We practice good money management. And if you never learned it, we've got some amazing wealth mentors to teach us here. Number 5, friends. Friendship. We choose our friends wisely because who we hang around is who we become. And so we develop healthy relationships that inspire us to become the best version of ourselves. Otherwise, if we stay in the same circles that don't want to grow, it can be very difficult to break free, no matter how good this opportunity is. If we don't develop wise friendships that are encouraging our growth, then it's hard to break free. Number 6, fellowship. We build strong relationships with our fellow business partners and support our fellow team members. And finally, number 7, fun. We love to have fun and find ways to enjoy the journey. If we're going to be here building an empire anyway, we might as well have some fun while we do it. Put fun in the chat if you're with me on that one. So we're going to talk about the vision of where we're going, and I'm going to show you first what to look for, what to focus on, then I'm going to show you part-time exactly what it takes to build this thing. No matter what your struggles are, your fears are, if you follow this model that I'm going to show you and give yourself time to grow into the leader you were born to be, everything's going to work out just fine. And we'll be here with you every single step of the way. So you can take a screenshot. This is kind of what it looks like on the left. You get started, then you're going to do something called Fast Start Qualify. We're going to help you protect your first 3 people right away. And then we're going to help you move to manager, which is about protecting maybe another 2 or 3 people. And then the key is to stay in the performance club. Put PCQ in the chat, Performance Club Qualify, PCQ. Put PCQ every month. PCQ every month. That's the foundation. Even if your spare time with just a couple hours a week, PCQ is the foundation of your success every month. And we're going to build your dream by inspiring others to PCQ every month by doing that 2 to 5 a day we're going to talk about. You can take another screenshot here. This is what the financial blueprint looks like because the first 3 goals, these are the first 2 goals. This first 20 days or less, we want to help you get your first promotion. And we don't wait 20 days, family. Do it in your first 24 to 48 hours. And so you can earn that $400 bonus that's on the table at the time of this presentation. That's going to expire. So take advantage of that, not now, but right now. But it's normally a $200 bonus. And then go manager within your first 45 days or less. I say go for that within your first 1 to 72 hours in the business and unlock that next bonus, which currently is $500. So you got a chance right now to earn $900 in bonuses alone just by moving up to those first couple of levels and then getting into the performance club. So this is what you want to do yourself and help others do that. When you help others do the same thing, what I love about this amazing opportunity is that they pay you a bonus for helping others succeed. So we're not ever bringing people in and leaving them off to themselves where they feel unsupported. They don't know what to do. No, we've got a proven simple system called the game plan checklist. And we take everybody through that 10-step game plan checklist. And that's how we ensure that they senior associate qualify, manager qualify, and then performance club. But you're going to get $300 in matching bonuses for helping somebody do that, achieve goal number one and goal number two. And then when you help enough people achieve goal number one and goal number two, it's not complicated. It's repeating the same formula. You're going to become a senior director. And as the first upline senior director, team leader, you're going to earn $600 for every person on your team who achieves goal number one and goal number two within the bonus period. When they get their bonuses, you get a leadership bonus. So the company rewards leadership, right? But guess what? When you help enough people, more people achieve those first three goals we're talking about, you're going to get another $600 bonus that they add as an executive director. And so together, that's a $1,200 bonus. So what if you got laser focused and took your business serious enough? You said, you know what? I'm going to master helping people get to senior associate using the 10-step game plan checklist. I'm going to master helping people go manager. Well, 10 people at $1,200 each, that's $12,000 a month because you're helping other people succeed in a time where people really need that right now. And then when you become a platinum executive director, by the way, the target income as a senior director is typically $3,000 to $5,000 a month or more, even if you're part-time. Executive director target $5,000 to $10,000 a month or more in cash flow. Platinum executive director, 10, 15, 20,000 plus and beyond. My best month part-time at Platinum was over $43,000 for the month so far. And so this is a very lucrative business, but you got to treat it like a real business. The third goal is to Performance Club qualify, PCQ. And every month, you can take a screenshot so you can see what to do to get that 150 points minimum every month. You get 150 points this month, you get Performance Club qualified. That could be 3 customers buying a $50 plan. And that's 150 points right there. And then bonus points if someone comes in as a strategic partner, we call an associate, right? Another 50 points for that. But when you go out and do 300 points in 1 month, you qualify for this month and next month. So you're always qualified a month in advance. That's why we always say how many points we have out of 300 plus so far. We go for 300 and stay a month in advance. Why? This is all about consistency. What's it all about? Put that in the chat if you're with me. Consistency. This is all about consistency because by being consistently in the Performance Club every month, after 3 to 11 months, you're earning $200 a month. After 12 months, it goes a bonus, an extra bonus, a consistency bonus. And then it goes up to $400, $300 a month after 12 months. And then $400 a month after 24 months. And then $500 a month after 36 months in a row. Key is in a row, consistently. You don't want to fall out. If you do, get back up, dust yourself off. But that's the key is consistency by doing 2 to 5 today. Put that in the chat. 2 to 5 today, no matter what. 2 to 5 today, no matter what. It's the foundation for Performance Club and everything else I'm going to show you as well. So you want to do that and teach others how to do that simple thing. When you do that, you're going to have 5 or more people in the Performance Club with you. When you get good at that, that's going to make you a senior director. Then you're going to have 10 or more people in the Performance Club with you. That'll position you for executive director on autopilot. And then watch this. You start earning those big dream, bigger bonuses by maintaining senior director or above for 3 months in a row. Now, these bonuses expire at the end of this year. So right now, as of this presentation, right now, this month is critical for you to get laser focused because there are like $260,000, over $260,000 in bonuses on the table, depending on how high you climb, but before this year is out. And so you don't want to miss these bonuses. These are cumulative bonuses. Last time I did the math, my math is correct. If you earned all of these bonuses before the end of the year, that's over $260,000 in bonuses in your pocket for your family by really focusing, developing leaders, finding leaders, and then a matching bonus as an executive director or above. You can earn anywhere from 20% to 100% match by helping your team members achieve the same thing. So here's my journey. How do you make this work? Go ahead, you can laugh. That's me on the left. When I got started, I had a big vision, but an empty bank account, right? I was that kid in high school that had 5 lockers with snacks and candy for sale. College, I turned my dorm room into a convenience store. I was selling snacks and candy, even though I was shy, just walking around until people asked me for it to make enough money to pay for seminars, y'all. I was looking for mentors. I was looking for a pathway to passive income. Once I heard about it on those infomercials back in the early 90s, the real estate, Carlton Sheets, no money down, I went, I've got to figure out how to create enough passive income to be able to retire by 25 years old so my time would be free to do what God put me on this earth to do. I was on a mission. I written down my first goal was to find a way to create enough passive income to retire by 25. I wrote that goal at 14 years old. In this photo, this was when I first got started, my first year in this business, in this industry. I couldn't even afford a suit. I had a leather jacket with a hole in my left pocket. But I had a vision. I'm actually holding up a success planner. And in that success planner was this quote by the billionaire Paul J. Meyer, who was a major stockholder in this company when it was publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. And he gave the billionaire formula. He said, whatever you vividly imagine, ardently desire, sincerely believe, and enthusiastically act upon must inevitably come to pass. And I had written something in my journal, my success journal. It was a vision because they told me the plan in this business is to gather enough people at the events to where they get inspired and impacted, and the events do all the work for you. Put in the chat, events make money. Events make money. And so they said the formula, if you get 100 people one day to events, slowly but surely, you bring a few people back to the first one and then bring people back and then bring more people back and they bring more people back. One day, you're going to have 100 people at the big event and you'll average 6 figures or better in passive income just by letting the events do the work for you. Now, and one thing you'll learn about me, I've always been into working smarter instead of just working harder. I'm pretty good at it, actually. I'm not that great at working super duper hard and stressing out. And so if you're looking for a stress out, burnout plan, I'm not your guy. But if you're looking for a work smart, work faster, get more done with less time, you're in the right place because that's my specialty. So here's what happened. I went from inviting everybody I could to that first event. I thought I was going to have 10 plus people, maybe 20, 30 people. I worked hard and I promoted and promoted. And all 2 of us made it to that first event. That was the 2 of us, me and my friend from high school. We were in the band together. I played the trumpet, he played the saxophone, and we were there representing our team at that first convention, all 2 of us. But guess what? A handful of years later, here was our team with close to 100 people at the big event. This is me down here with the Kool-Aid smile. Some of the folks that had gone executive director, earning $5,000 to $10,000 a month on my team from all over the United States and Canada. But what happened from going from just the 2 of us to having a big team part-time, 10, 15 hours a week with no experience? I'm going to show you exactly what happened. They showed me the power of destination events. Remember, events make money. And here's what my wealth mentor taught me. He wrote the book, Go Pro, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional by Eric Worre. And here's what he taught me. He was a master. He is a master at building for events. And he said, there's going to be a stage at the event in an arena. And what's going to happen is that you're going to start promoting the events. And about every 90 days or so, there's going to be a big event, winter, spring, summer, fall. Winter, spring, summer, fall. A big event that you can promote to that will fuel you back up, fuel your team back up, help them get inspired, properly trained. They can see the bigger picture because most people don't believe it until they see it. So these events are where people can see it and meet the actual people, and you can't unsee once you see it. You can't unexperience once you experience. They said, but when you go to that event, you're going to bring as many people as you can to the event. And what's going to happen is half the people who come to that event and say, oh, I'm going to the top, half of them won't even come back. Whatever, they get distracted by life, something happens, they don't come back to the next event. And so their seats get filled up by someone else. And he said, you'll be averaging about twice what everybody else in the room is earning on average. You'll probably be earning 2 times the average of those in the room. He said, so you come back to the next event with as many people as you can. Not everybody makes it back with you, but that's okay. Half of those people that made it to the last one won't come back to the very next one. But guess what? Their seats get filled up by someone else. And if you're still here, you'll probably be earning 4 times the average of those in the room. I said, okay, I can show up. I remember getting those little smiley faces or stickies for perfect attendance. I can do perfect attendance. I wasn't a salesperson. I wasn't the best at talking and presenting, but I can do perfect attendance, and I can invite some people. So they said the same thing keeps happening. Half those people don't make it back. You make it back. If you're still here and bringing people with you, their seats get filled in by someone else. You'll probably be earning 8 times the average of those in the room, then 16 times the average in the room, then 32 times the average of those in the room. And I went, are you telling me that all I have to do is still be here and bring people back? I said, I can do that and I can teach that. So then I found out the formula for success in this business is that the highest paying skill is promoting events. I'm gonna put in the chat, I'm an event promoter. I'm an event promoter. And so once I realized, oh, wait a minute, I thought I had to get good at selling the product, and I wasn't good at sales. I could show somebody some M&Ms until they asked me for it, but selling, it wasn't in my comfort zone. But I thought I had to be a great recruiter. I wasn't the best recruiter, but guess what? When they told me all you have to do is get good at promoting the events, then somebody who's the best presenter about the product is going to be there to sell the product for you. I said, wait, they're going to sell it for me? All I have to do is bring the people? I can do that. They said the best recruiters are going to be in front of the room at the event. They'll recruit them for you. I said, they're going to do it for me? I can do that. I like working smarter instead of harder. I like having other people work for me that are skilled and better at something than I am. And they said, all you have to do is get good at promoting for events. I said, all right, will you teach me? And sure enough, they taught me. They taught me how to be an event promoter, and I got better at it and better at it. And I'm going to show you all how to master it in a second. And so that skill is what we're doing here. So here's the vision. This is the 5-point crown in our team logo. It's the Born CEO crown. We are born CEOs. And in between each of those points of the crown, it says 90 for 90-day cycles. And so imagine, here's how you visualize, here's how you map out this business plan part-time, even if you only have a few hours a week, to build a 6-figure income and beyond. This is what it looks like. In the winter, let's say you make it to the winter event. We have a breakthrough summit coming up in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, with all the millionaire mentors that are going to be coming January 1st through the 3rd of 2025. That's the event coming up. So let's say you make it to that event and you find out 90 days later is going to be the Spring International Convention, which is going to be in New Orleans, Louisiana. By the way, we have a ton of fun. There's no party like the parties we have. The event, the environment, the relationships. It's like a family reunion / party / leadership conference / entrepreneurial wealth building event, all wrapped up in one. The best information, the best relationships, the most fun you ever have, and to be able to help as many people as you can by bringing people back and participating in the charities that we're involved in. It's life-changing. I've never experienced anything like it. And so say you set a goal, you know what? I can, 100 people at the big event was a bit much for me to visualize, but I can see 10. I want you all to visualize that there are 10 people you're going to get good at what I'm teaching you and find 10 people out of 400 million people in the United States, out of 40 million people in Canada where we operate. I want you to visualize you found your 10. And I'm talking about not just the 10 that join. You might have to recruit 100 people to find 10 that stick, that are like ready to run with you. So I'm preparing you up front for what the reality is here. But that's okay, because you go through those folks and you find your 10 and lock arms together, man, watch what happens. If you can visualize you got your 10 showing up to your weekly event one night a week in your local area, building community, building family, building relationships, networking, supporting each other, encouraging each other. That's important to hold this thing together. Zoom cannot do that. Zoom cannot do that. It just keeps us together long enough to get in person. Don't ever forget that. That's one of the biggest lessons people learned during the pandemic. You can bring in 1,000 people from Zoom, but it won't keep them. You need community. They need community. So it's all about the in-person events, family. We use technology like Zoom and social media to drive people into the in-person event. That's where the magic happens. All right. So imagine you bring back 10, your goal is to bring back 10 people to the spring event. And let's say you work hard like I did, and I got all 2 people to my first one, right? I was still learning how to promote. But imagine 5 of those 10 people make it. 5 of those 10 people make it. You're like, man, I wanted to have 10. I got 5. That's all right. We're going to make it happen. And then, but those 5 people circle up together and they go, man, we want to have our own 10 90 days from now at the summer event. And so if 5 people bring back 10, that's 50 people. So your goal is now to have 50 people plus at that summer event. And you all stay focused for 90 days part-time, just following a simple system, and half of them make it back. Now you got 25 there. You're like, not quite 50, but that's all right. We're visionaries. And then from those 25, they say, wait, we're going to bring back 10 people 90 days from now to the fall event, like a super regional, like this event coming up in Anaheim, California this weekend, or College Park, Maryland, coming up in October. Well, so those 25 people set a goal to bring back 10 each. Now that's 250 people if you pull it off, but half of them make it, and that's 125. By the way, the formula is $1,000 per year in passive income per person at the big event. That's like an industry formula that seems to work. I remember meeting people that had over 100 people with them at the event. They were earning $100,000 a year more. I met people that had 500 plus people at the big event. They started making 500,000 plus. I met a guy that had over 1,000 people from his team at the big event. Guess what? He was making over $1 million a year. And that's what it looks like. I'm like, I got it. So the 125 people, they set a goal to have 10 people each. That will be 1,250 people by the next winter event, and half of them make it. That's 625 people. Family, could you use an extra $625,000 per year? What if you got half of that right and it was $300,000 per year? This is 12 months of focus, 12 months of focus, urgency. And if you find people who are influential, who are already leaders, as well, it can go even faster. And if you can pull off something big in your first year, imagine what happens in 3 to 5 years of doing this with focus, right? There's going to be ups and downs. And that's okay. But even if you got half of that right, and then half of that right, instead of 300,000, it was $150,000 per year in passive income. How many would be okay with having 150,000 a year while you figure out how to grow it from there? And that's exactly what I'm showing you all how to do. So here's what it looks like. The green marks are the monthly Super Saturdays within a 90-day time period. We build this business in 90-day cycles. And so you want to be focused. And so every month, there's only 3 Super Saturdays, 1 monthly event. So, but there's too much gap between the 2 Super Saturdays, the first green mark and the second green mark. That's why these weekly events in the middle are so important. Your weekly Thursday night training that we're on right now, you're using that to keep people on track and to bring people back who join every week so they're getting properly trained and in the right success environment until they can get to the next Super Saturday. But also your weekly 1 night per week in your local area. You're gathering people every day so you can bring people back to the weekly event, and then they can bring people back to the next weekly event and the next one and the next one. And everybody's benefiting. It's a win-win. The people you invite are networking and seeing what we do. We're all growing together, but that's what you do every 90 days to bring more people back and bring more people back and more people back. I have a training on YouTube called 5 Secrets of a Master Promoter. And if a secret, I go into more depth. But the secrets, the 5 secrets of a master promoter are the key to building this thing. So, and you don't have to be good to start. You just have to start to become great. So number 1, be willing to go through large numbers of people for a small percentage. If you want to master this thing and you want to teach others how to master this thing, the best freedom plan I've ever seen for the average person that's never been successful in business before, entrepreneurship, the average person, you can learn these skills, but be willing to go through a large number of people for a small percentage of success. That's any business, family. You got to advertise to a whole lot of people to have a few come to your coffee shop if you own a coffee shop or a store. It's the same thing here. It's no difference. This is not, I'm going to invite just a few people and cross my fingers and hope I get lucky. No, that's not, you don't need to get lucky. You just need to invite a lot of people to have a few come. So there's a formula, 1 out of 4, 4 yeses equals 1 guess. So if you want to have 1 guest show up to the next event, have 4 people tell you they're going to come and 1 of them will make it on average, right? And so if you want another one, invite another 4 that say yes. That 4 that say yes. The other 3 will have to reschedule. That's just how it is. But my first event, I made a list of 100+ people and I invited like crazy, following these 5. And this is where I learned these 5 keys of a master promoter in that first month. But I got 12 guests at my first event out of those 100+ people that I invited. I had to invite 100+ to get 12, right? And I was willing to do it, even though I was scared, nervous. Number 2, be a problem solver and make a big list. A problem solver means there's 4 things we do as a problem solver. If we don't figure out, well, how do I make a big list, coach? I'm shy too. I don't have a lot of people. Whatever the thing is, that's your obstacle. You got to be a problem solver with a positive attitude and say, I'm willing to solve the problem. How? 4 things. Number 1, what can I do? What can I do to solve this problem? That's the first thing. What can I do to solve this problem? Number 2, what can I learn? What book can I read? What YouTube can I watch? What audio can I listen to? What article can I read? Right? A problem solver doesn't just say, oh, didn't work for me, so I guess it's just not for me. No, a problem solver will read or listen to or learn whatever they need to learn to solve the problem. Put I'm a problem solver in the chat. I'm a problem solver. I'm a master problem solver. And then number 3, so we got, what can I do? What can I learn? Number 3 is, who can I ask? Who can I ask that has the solution? Who's already had this problem and solved it before? See, this is how you win. This is how you teach your team to win, empower your team to win, is develop them into a problem solver, where it's like, no matter what problem comes my way, I'm either going to do something about it, I'm going to learn something to solve it, or I'm going to ask somebody how to solve it. But the 4th key is, don't ask first. Don't ask first. First, do what you can do to solve the problem. Sometimes it's do what you already know to do to solve the problem. Or it might be something you don't know. Or then you read or learn what you have to learn to solve the problem. Or then you ask, well, all these people have been around for all these years. Clearly, they've solved the same problem. Clearly, they've helped others solve the problem. Why don't I just ask? That's why we don't do quitters. We don't do quitters. We don't quit around here. We're born CEOs. We're problem solvers. And we don't ask first. All right, so make a big list. Make a big list. If you don't know how, guess what? We already have a training on that. It's in the game plan document. Number 3, step 3, build your belief and transfer your belief. I don't have time to go into details. Watch the video on YouTube, 5 Secrets of a Master Promoter, on my YouTube channel. Hit subscribe. There's some great stuff on there I'm putting out there to help you all in your journey. Number 4, be prepared. Prepare for objections. If you want to be a great promoter and get people to come to an event, if somebody's in Dubai, I want you to become so good at promoting that somebody would consider buying a $5,000 plane ticket to come all the way across the world to Anaheim, California, or to College Park, Maryland, because you painted such a big picture and you promoted that well. How would you like to get that good at promoting that somebody would fly from all the way around the world to come to an event? So number 4 is one of those keys. You want to make a list of all the reasons why the person would say yes. Think it through. They got a family, they got children, they want freedom, they got something to prove, they want to be in a success environment, they want to be surrounded by multi-millionaire mentors with integrity, support, whatever it is. Paint the picture that would make that person say yes. What are all the reasons? I have multiple reasons why. When the list of reasons you have is bigger than the list of reasons why I have for not showing up, I'm going to show up, because your list is bigger than my list. Like, wow, your list of reasons is stronger for me to go than my list of reasons for not going. You win, I'm coming. Also, make a list of all the reasons I might say no and have a solution for all of them. Oh, I don't have the money. I don't have the time. I don't have daycare. Have a solution for whatever reason I could possibly give you that I wouldn't attend. That's how you become a master promoter. And finally, step 5 is make the calls, videos, or voice memos. They got to hear your voice. When you're a promoter, transferring that belief, what you see, the big picture. You'll hear more about that when you watch the training I did on this. But they got to hear your voice, see your eyes, or hear your voice. So don't just send text messages. That's not promoting. That's just announcing or inviting, but that's not promoting. Promoting is when they hear your voice, your passion, your authenticity, the conviction. That's what moves people. Okay, so this is that baseball diamond I was talking about. As you're leading 2 to 5 new people today around the baseball diamond, did you do your 2 to 5 today? Put yes in the chat if you, wait, don't put yes yet. Put either yes or about to. Yes, if you already did your 2 to 5, or about to if you're about to do your 2 to 5 before you go to sleep. And so the other night, it was really late. It was time for me to go to bed. I hadn't done my 2 to 5, which I normally do first thing in the morning. And so I'm like, what do? I got to invite 2 to 5 new people. It's too late to call people. What do? Well, social media never sleeps. I went on to social media and I started looking through my friends and people who commented on my posts and went, oh, let me reach out to them, right? I'm asking for referrals. So I reached out to a few people and said, hey, such and such, a long time no speak. I pray all is well with you and your family. Quick question, with everything people are going through financially right now. And I asked this question in the box right here. I asked this question in the box. Who do you know who likes helping people and might be looking to earn an extra few hundred to a few thousand per week part-time, maybe even more full-time? Boom. One of my friends said, that would be me right now. What? Wow. That would be me. Another person said, it depends on what it is, right? And so you don't go to sleep. It's 2 to 5 today, no matter what. I refuse to go to sleep without doing my 2 to 5 for the day. And I'll show you why. That 2 to 5 today is everything. It's the key. 2 to 5 in a day automatically puts you, even though it sounds small, do not neglect small beginnings, family. It's the little things that when we're faithful, we become rulers over much. And so the 2 to 5 a day, by the end of the week, you put 2 to 5 people in your performance club journal, your 2 to 5 today performance club journal. By the end of the week, I should be able to see you got 10 to 25 people in there every week. If 10% of them are ready to get started, guess what? That's 1 to 3 people every week. By the end of the month, 2 to 5 a day, what is that, 40 to 100 people in your journal? Your pipeline is full. You don't have to get lucky. You don't have to hope. You don't have to be a good salesperson to win here. All you have to do is do what you said you would do. Do your 2 to 5 a day. And by the end of the month, that's 40 to 100 people, 10% signing up. That's still what? 40, that's 4 to 10 people signing up a month. If only 10%, if 90 of them are not ready, 90% are not ready, that's still 4 to 10 signups a month. Even if you got half of that right, 5%, that's still 2 to 5 signups a month. So that's why you're in Performance Club on autopilot, but it only happens if you make sure you don't go to sleep without doing your 2 to 5. Get it done early in the day, but you got to make sure you and your team members do the 2 to 5. So I'm asking everybody, will you be a good workout partner for your team members? And be a good sponsor, be a good example, be a good team player, and say to each other, look, I did my 2 to 5. Here are the names of the people. Have you done your 2 to 5 yet? Or are you doing that right now? If you're willing to be a team player and do that every day, do your 2 to 5, and then ask other team members, tell them, hey, I did my 2 to 5. Here are the names. Have you done yours yet? Or are you doing it right now? So we can keep each other on track. Put I will in the chat if you will be a good team player and do that every day from now on. I did my 2 to 5. Here are the names. Have you done yours yet? Or are you finishing that right now? That's how we create this bond where we're supporting each other. We're not letting each other get off track. No team members left behind. And you got to be willing, give everybody else permission to say, hey, no, I know you're going through something, but we got to get out that 2 to 5. Let's get that 2 to 5 done and then focus on whatever you got to deal with and be a team player. That's how we support each other. So take a screenshot of this. This is the formula. I use my daily activities to lead more people into my weekly event, which leads more people to my monthly Super Saturday, which leads more people to my annual big event. This is all we do every 90 days. I use my daily activities to lead more people into my weekly event, which leads more people to my monthly Super Saturday, which leads more people to my annual big event. That's all we're building here, family. This is the picture. Take a screenshot so you can make it bigger later. We just gather a few people every day. So you're going to add 2 to 5 people to your list every day. So you can invite 2 to 5 new people from your list every day and follow up with 2 to 5 people that you already reached out to every day. Those are the 3 levels of 2 to 5 a day. That's all we do. You can do that in 10, 15 minutes a day. And then the weekly event, we got 3 major weekly events. 2 of them are most important. And then when you add the third one, you just accelerate it. The 2 are your Thursday night core training right here. Be here every Thursday, at least an hour. And then every one night a week in your local area, have an event just like this at a restaurant, in a private room, or wherever your weekly event is. Follow the training at our team website that's called How to Build Your Local Community. I teach you exactly how to do it, how to keep it simple, how to find the location, what to do, what agenda, what time slots. Just copy, family. Don't waste your time, your money, having to learn thousands of hours and ups and downs like I did. I already paved the way for you. You don't have to be a trailblazer. All you have to do is be a pathfinder and go faster than I did. That's the whole point. If it takes you as long as it took me, either I'm not coaching you right or you're not coachable enough. So let's fix that. I'm gonna coach you right. I need you to be coachable and speed this thing up so we can keep creating more and more success stories like we are, but even faster and even bigger. And then we gather those people. So we're talking what, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a week for your weekly events. That's it. 5, 6 hours a week. And then we got our Sunday night huddle. Those are the 3. So you got your weekly Thursday night core training right here, your one night a week in your local area in person, and then our Sunday night mastermind. Boom. That's it. 6 hours a week. And then we're going to gather those people from the daily contacts, pick 1 or 2 of these things to get good at where you gather people onto your list daily. So you can bring them to your Tuesday night event or whatever night your weekly event is. So, and bring those people that join back to the training here on Thursday night so they can learn the system. Then we're going to gather those people at the monthly Super Saturday. That's only once a month, 1 day a month. And then the big convention, 1 week in a quarter. It's not too late to get to Anaheim this weekend. And who do you know in Southern California? Get them to Anaheim this weekend. I'm going to be there. And then the next big event for the fall is going to be in College Park, Maryland, October 2025. So that's it. This is all we do. And so this is what I want to leave you with is make sure, take a screenshot and make sure you have your 2-a-day performance club journal. And that's all you're going to do is follow these steps and add 2 to 5 people a day into your journal, just like it says here. And if that's too small, let's make it bigger. Take a screenshot. That's what you do on the inside. You have 1 person at the top, 1 person at the bottom, and you just put their contact information. And this is how you keep your journal, and your team leaders and workout partners will help you follow up with each person on there so that we can help you get them to second base, first base, second base, third base, and home to get started. All right, that's what we do, family. That's the simple system and what we're building. So now it's time for us to go into our breakout rooms. Give me 1 second. So now it's time for us to go into our breakout rooms. Let me give some powers for the breakout rooms. And this is where family, it just takes off because in the breakout rooms, we're gonna have a couple options. Let me share my screen first and then put us in our breakout rooms. If you learn something, if you're like on fire, put let's go in the chat. If you're like, put I can do this. Put I can do this if you know that you can do this. And you can show others how to do this. Put, I can do this. Because that's what it is, family. It's just staying on track, keeping each other on track, and not letting us fall off with the 2 to 5 a day or miss the weekly events. It's staying together long enough for it to work. And even if somebody has struggles, as long as they stick together in the environment, they can overcome anything that they have to overcome in the process. All right, so let's see who's leading us into the breakout rooms tonight.
I can do it, coach, if you give me powers.
I think you already have powers.
Do? Okay, let me check. All right, I will do it momentarily. Give me a few more minutes. Keep talking. No, I don't.
Thank
You don't
you.
have, you haven't given them to me yet.
Okay, let's get that fixed. And you got the power. All right.
Don't start me to dancing, coach.
Go ahead. We already know you. Let's go. And
Awesome. I'll have them up in a few.
all right, thank you so much. So look at the screen, family. So as we get ready for our breakout rooms, one of the things that's very unique about our success system is that we have skills training built in, where you're not just learning the information, but you're learning a specific skill every week. It's built into the part-time curriculum so that you're mastering the process along the way. And so what that looks like is when it's your first week on here, if this is your first week, you're going to go into breakout room number 1, week 1, room number 1, which is about launching. That's the first skill we want you to learn, how to launch. Find your 3 people fast, or relaunch if you're brand new. Second week, you come back here, you're going to go into room number 2, finding new prospects. How do I find new prospects? Remember we talked about problem solving? Well, what if I don't know a lot of people? What if I don't, how do I get better at that? Guess what? That's what breakout room number 2 is for. So any challenge you or your team members have, you're coming back here on Thursday to master that skill. Number 3, increasing 3-way calls, follow-ups, and enrollments. And Dr. Mack, you can set us for enough time to, I think you know the formula, right? Enough time for us to be out of here. I guess we're going to need about 10 minutes in there. 10 minutes in the breakout room. So increasing 3-way calls, follow-ups, and enrollments. How do I get more people to 3-way call, follow-up, enrollment? Bring those questions and take notes. Number 4, week number 4, you're going to learn how to become a 3-way call expert. How simple it is to use our document, the last page of the game plan document, to be a 3-way expert and to become good at closing skills, which we want to emphasize in there, right? Now, room number 5, tips on developing your leadership skills. That's week 5. Week 6, room number 6, leveraging business solutions so you can profit from employee benefits and small business by serving those communities. Even if you're not good at it, you can partner up with somebody who is and still profit from it. And then week number 7, room number 7, learn how to increase your retention for residual income, because it's critical for incentive qualifications and bonuses. And so we're ready to go. Thank you, Dr. Mack. We're going to go into our breakout rooms now, everybody.